Welcome to Machine Learning Lesson 5.1. In this video, we're going to explore a resource called Teachable Machines, which allows us to do various types of classifications, such as a pose identification. So let's get to it. So if you go into your browser and search for Teachable Machines, you'll arrive at this website. So this is a great resource that kind of does the model part of it. You just have to train the model. And you're able to do image, sound, and pose recognition. Let's go ahead and click on Start, and let's click on Pose. So as you can see here, you can create a class, a classification, and then provide it images. You could upload the images, or you could take the images from a webcam. I'm going to do the webcam route. And what I want to be able to do with this particular model is for it to detect whether my head's turned to the left, straight, or to the right. So I'm going to hit record, and let's train it to the left first. And these are the images that the model is going to be trained on. Let's do the right. Let's go down here. Turn my head to the right. And let's do one more. Now, right now I'm focused on my face because I'm so close. But I'm not sure if you've realized that it actually acknowledges, if I were to step further back, various parts of my body. As you saw in the first screen, there was a woman, and her whole body was in the video, in the image. So you can actually do a classification not just on the face, but on the arms, the legs, the torso. So again, just to kind of open up your mind. Right now I'm up close because I'm close to my laptop. But this pose classifier can be done on the whole body. And let's do stop. And I'll just keep stop straight. All right, so if you think in terms of machine learning models, what we've done here is we've provided it data for it to learn what left, right, and stop looks like. Let's go ahead and train it. And this part doesn't usually take too long. Again, all depends on how many images you provide the model to train it with. All right, very good. So at this point, what it's giving you is a little preview for you to kind of test out the model. So you can see here my face is straight, and it acknowledges that I'm in my stop position. Eventually, this is going to translate into a game. Let's go left. Let's go right. And stop. All right, so we've effectively trained our model and knows how to recognize what left, right, and stop is. Now, just so you also realize, this isn't particular to my face. Because of the dots, this particular model knows how to look for the eyes, the nose, the ears, and the shoulders. So anybody can use this model, and they'll be able to detect whether their head's turning left, right, or straight. All right, so let's go to actually use this, because obviously we're not going to have our users work directly with this website. So let's go to export. And this particular model is being built on another resource called TensorFlow. Again, I'm not going to go into much into what TensorFlow is, but realize the magic is happening through that particular library. So let's see what we got here. Let's go ahead and download. So we have to download our model. Just for the sake of keeping it clean, I'm just going to drag it from my downloads onto my desktop. The next thing we need to do is to go ahead and grab the starter code. So let's do that. Guess I just could have hit the copy button as well, but consider me old school. I like to highlight and copy. And you could do this locally. You could also do this via Replit. Let's go to create a HTML, CSS, JavaScript. And let's call this pose classifier. And let's just replace the code that they gave us with that starter code. Let's go to the very top. So you'll notice that it imports two particular libraries for TensorFlow and also for teachable machines. And then we get right into the JavaScript. Looking at line 12, this assumes you want to put your model, the thing that we just downloaded, into a folder called My Model. I'm going to keep it like this, just so it's at the root. Make life a little easier. Let's go here. Let's go ahead and extract the model, because notice it comes down as a zip file. And these three files represent the model that you just trained on the website. So we need to grab those three files and put them into our replit. And you can see here on line 16 and 17, you make reference to those models, the metadata JSON and the model JSON. And you might say, well, where's the weight spin happening? I'm sure it's happening somewhere in the application as well. Okay, so let's go a little further down. Again, there's certain things that are happening behind the scenes. We kind of just skip over that real quick. And let's focus on this part here, the predict. So this is the one that's actually going to do the prediction of which way your face is turning. So let's go ahead and open this up into a new tab. And let me zoom in a little bit. And let's go ahead and hit start. There we go. Yeah, sometimes it takes a second for it to kind of load up the libraries, load up the model. So you can see here, this is not on Teachable Machines. This is our own particular website. And you can see the model's working. Left, right, and stop. All right, so let's take a little closer look at the code. And I'm going to focus more on the predict. You're more than welcome to look at some of the other stuff. This is really more to get the webcam up and for us to do some of the drawing and the labeling of information. This is to kind of, as the name implies, is the loop. It's the one that keeps looking for an update in the webcam, and it keeps predicting. And that way it constantly looks to see what particular class you are seeing within the image. And this right here. So class name relates to the classes you provided as part of Teachable Machines. The prediction probability, well, those are these numbers here. So you'll notice that sometimes if you're like in between, it might fluctuate a little bit. And that might be one of those things you don't necessarily want in your application. Again, as part of another video, we're going to see how we can actually apply this notion of position identification with a game. But just realize these are the two main things you're looking for. Prediction class name, the actual classification of what you're looking at, and then the probability of it. Because again, it's not necessarily black and white. It's going to be somewhere in there. So it's going to be your application's job to discern what level of probability is sufficient for you to say, okay, this is what you are. And then the last one is just that it actually draws the points. All right, so let's go back to our presentation and let's review what we've done. So in this video, we saw how we can use a website called Teachable Machines to do a pose classification, and then to somehow take that code and put it into our own application. This is all done through another resource library called TensorFlow, which kind of stores the model, and then we're able to use it in JavaScript as well as Python if you want to, or many other types of languages. So hopefully you're excited about doing position identification, and enjoy.